Hello, and welcome to Spirit Forest. Do you want to come chat with me for a little bit? I have some things on my mind, and I'm sitting in my cozy tent right now, and I just made a fire. See how it's doing? It's doing pretty good. Just kind of smoldering. I like that. So it's actually really hot in here right now, but it's cold outside, and I felt like I just wanted to kind of hang out in the tent today and just kind of chat with you guys. I got some things on my mind that I was like, as I was making this fire, I thought about the time when I was 24 years old. And again, I've been asked to kind of talk a little bit about myself and kind of who I am. When I was 24 years old, I bought my first house. The house that I purchased had a fireplace in it. And I remember the first time trying to make a fire and struggling so hard to make that fire. And I was so disappointed in myself because I literally went through a whole thing of newspaper to make the fire, and I went to the store and bought wood. I was gonna have a nice romantic fire in my brand new home, and that's when I realized I didn't know how to make a fire. So I was 24 and I didn't know how to make a fire. The fire when I was a kid, my dad, how he made the fire is he turned on the gas, and then one of those big huge sticks matches, lit the stick match and put it in there, and then there was a fire. So I never really had any experience of making a fire, and it just made me think of where I was and where I am today, and also just want to reflect and kind of share with you and hope you guys, reflect on your life as well. I've been posting some videos, a lot of videos about me and my life and what's it like to be me. So hopefully you guys like it. Oh, my hair is a mess. I don't have a brush here this weekend, so it is what it is. When I was backpacking with my daughter this year, I saw a woman on the trail that was obviously not prepared for the type of hike that she was on. It was about a 3,500 foot climb, and she was struggling, and I remember saying to her, good job, keep it up, to try to inspire her to keep going, but I really thought that she was gonna quit. Like, I saw it in her eyes that she was gonna quit and she wasn't gonna make it to the peak. Well, my daughter and I made it to the peak, and we hung out for a while, and then we started heading back down the trail, and I see her right there like a half mile to the top, and I couldn't help myself but give her like a high five because she didn't quit, you know what I mean? And I'm just like, good job, you did awesome. And it got me thinking about some of the things in your life and how that you shouldn't quit. A lot of people quit when things get a little tough, because if it is tough, it means it's a good goal. If you climb a mountain and that was just really easy and it was no big deal, and you got up there and you're like, yeah, it's the same thing for life. Like, use that as a metaphor for life, If you climb a really tough mountain and you get up to the top and you're just like, yes, you're like, I did it. And it's just like, it's such a cool adrenaline rush, and it's just like it makes yourself happy, and so that's what I want you guys to do, is just not quit. A lot of goals and a lot of challenges that we have are tough, and it's a struggle, and maybe it's not a goal or challenge, but maybe it's a relationship, or maybe it's your job, or maybe it's something else. I don't know what it may be for you, but the things that you challenge yourself in life, if they're tough, it means they're good ones, So when you actually make it to the end, you're gonna be like, yes! Some of my greatest changes were changes that I did during my lowest time in life. And some of my lowest times in life was, and I mentioned this in another video, is when I got a divorce. That is probably one of the lowest, other than losing my dad, one of the lowest points in my life. And it forced me. It forced me to educate myself. It forced me to get out there for personal growth. It forced me to figure out what it is in my life I want to do. So sometimes when you get down to your lowest part of your life, sometimes you need that in order to make that change. I would say right now, I'm in some of the happiest moments of my life because of that change. And it's not that, but it's what it's forced me to do. It's what it's forced me to become. And climbing these mountains and buying this land and living in a tent for a while, you know? And it's just like, it's forced me to be the person that I'm meant to be. It could have been really easy for me just to give up and be like, I don't know, I'm gonna sell my house, I'm gonna live in a small house. I mean, I got divorced and lost my job in the same month. You know, I had a huge mortgage to pay for, and I did everything I possibly could to make ends meet at that point in my life. And I did it because I just knew that I needed to get it done. Like, I had a goal. My goal was to pay my mortgage. You know, my goal was to keep my house, you know, and keep my kids happy. So what I want to tell you is quitting is not an option. If you want to make it to your dream, to your goal, you cannot quit. Like, I did not quit. You know, there's many times, even at Spirit Forest, that I'm like, there's no way I can do this. There's no way. There's no way my car is going to be able to make it up the mountain all the time. Or there's no way I'm going to be able to. There's multiple times that has come through my head. And yet I'm like, no, I'm going to do this. This is me. And I'm so happy that even in some of my low times, I'm like, I'm still doing it. I'm going out there. I don't care if there's a blizzard going on. I'm going to camp this weekend. Or I'm going to go hiking this weekend. Or I'm going to climb that peak I've always wanted to climb. Like, I'm going to do it. And it's a huge change in my life. And I want you guys to not quit on your goal. And I don't know what your goals are. I don't know what your challenges are. But all I'm asking is that you don't quit on them, because I haven't quit, and I am so happy. So happy. And I have completed so many of my goals, and I have so many more goals to complete. Keep your goals going and don't quit.